You won't learn! You won't learn!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, man, we're going to have to talk about North Carolina's 85-72 loss against the number 4 Auburn Tigers in the second round of the Maui Invitational. And first and foremost, man, I got to give a shout out to the Auburn Tigers, man. I know that we don't want to hear that, but that's a very good basketball team. It's a very physical basketball team. And once again, Carolina saw a team that came in and really got in their chest, was very physical with them, and, it put them to the test. And Carolina got into an early hole. I think at one point with like 13 minutes left in the game, they were down 23-10. And I think the largest lead of the game was maybe 18 points, if I'm not mistaken. And they just could not complete the comeback, man. Never led in this game. It wasn't ever really a basketball game per se, especially in the second half. I think Carolina cut it to maybe 3 at one point in the first half, but a lot to take away from this basketball game, man. First and foremost, I want to start with this. A lot of Tar Heels are kind of like already hitting that red panic button, bro.
It's over. We are screwed.
Let me put things into perspective for you real quick before we get into the details of this Auburn game. A loss at Allen Fieldhouse against the number 1 team in the country, okay, in the second game of the season, and then a loss to the number 4 team in the country on a neutral site on the other side of the world. Okay, you got the best 2 losses in the entire nation, and I just don't think that it's worthy of panicking all the way to where you say that Carolina can't compete. Yes, there are some red flags. We have not gotten the production that we need from Jalen Washington down low. He's not been physical enough to really pose any type of resistance down low with anybody that's worth a damn. And, there's no better example of that than Johni Broome going 9 for 18 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line with 23 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 daggone blocks, bro. I mean, that's a hell of a ball game. And then when you couple that with Jalen Washington's line, 1 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 2 total rebounds, 1 block, 3 turnovers, and 2 points. And he only finished the game with 2 personal fouls. I mean, foul the dude, bro. Like, I need you to do something down low on the block, to provide some resistance, because Johni Broome was the difference in this game. Now, additionally, Auburn was stroking it from 3, bro. They literally, in the final stats, don't necessarily, it feels like they hit a lot more threes than they did. They went 11 for 30, 36.7. I guess it was just the timing of the threes that they hit. Seemed like every time Carolina kind of like got back into the game a little bit, they would stink and have some high ball screen where somebody would step into a 3 and they would knock it down, man. And it just, it quelled any opportunity for Carolina to get back into the game. I'll tell you another thing that quelled any opportunity for Carolina to get back into the game. Like 15 missed layups, dude. A ton of missed layups, man. And a lot of them were from my guy, EC. He has not had the best tournament, if you will, man. EC finished with 10 points, 3 assists and 2 turnovers, 6 boards, 5 for 15 from the field. And a lot of those were going to the rack, man. Just like point blank shots. Once again, another good game from Seth Trimble, I guess, overall. 7 for 13 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3. He was also 0 for 2 from the line, and he finished as the leading scorer with 17 points. Carolina only shot 63% from the free throw line. And, that's something that they're going to have to continue to do better at. They were only +2 from the charity stripe as far as opportunities. And, that's somewhere they got to get. If they're going to be successful, they got to get to the stinking stripe. And they got to knock them down. So 2 more free throw attempts, 2 less free throws made. And then Johni Broome going absolutely bonkers on the heels. And, Jalen Washington just had nothing for him. And to be honest with you, Ben Allen Lubin, he played a lot better against him. I think that he needs to get a lot more playing time. He finished with 10 points, 9 rebounds, a much more respectable line at least. But we have got to find somebody who can provide some resistance inside, man. Withers went 7 for 8 from the free throw line, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, finished with 10 points. I'll be honest with you, man. I really wish that Drake Powell would get a little bit more burn. I know that we're going small. I know that it's a small lineup. But, once again, I watched way too many times where I felt like Jalen Washington and Jalen Withers, your starting 5 and your starting 4, provide almost zero help side defense. Not contesting shots in the stinking paint. And, once again, Johni Broome is in there hitting runners and 3-pointers and all kinds of things just going off, man. So that's the red flag. Got to find a way to provide some resistance down low, man. Also, with the smaller backcourt, man, this is a bigger team that they played, Auburn. Carolina's going to have to find a way, man, to get some open shots for their guards. Once again, I think RJ struggled a little bit with Auburn's length. And you can see how much he's missing a guy like Armando Bacot down low to dump it into. And the little 2-man game that they used to work all the time. You don't have that anymore. And so it's much more incumbent upon him because Jay Wash is really not even posting up. When's the last time we had a legitimate post entry? Back to the basket where we asked somebody to stink in, make a play down there in the paint. We don't see it. That's not part of the offensive game. And it's because, for all intents and purposes, that's not what Jay Wash is going to be able to accomplish, man. So the red flag is clear as day, man. We're getting no production down low, little to none. That's the red flag. But at the same time, I still believe that, on a night in, night out basis, Carolina can kind of minimalize that lack of production with how good their guards are. It's just tonight, as a trio, EC, RJ, and Seth, they didn't have it. So they couldn't carry us to the finish line. Couldn't really get us into this basketball game, man. But we're going to have those games. But I cannot stress this enough, man. This type of game is beneficial to us going down the line. So not going to win the Maui Invitational. That stinks in and of itself. We play Michigan State tomorrow. I think it's the 9:30 tip. We will be live for the live reaction and watch party. And we'll see if Carolina can take home that 3rd place trophy, if you will, man, and get another dub out there. Now, if they lose to Michigan State, then I'll be a little perturbed. But once again, man, the 2 losses are to 2 top 5 teams away from Chapel Hill. Just let these things play out. This is different than football, guys. Different than football. So let HD, work through the roster. Let HD kind of, sift through and let him, slowly make these daggone decisions that are going to help us during ACC play and hopefully deep into March. And, we'll see how it all works out. Not ready to push the panic button at all. Tough loss, 85-72. Auburn kind of takes it to the heels. But I think there's a lot to be learned from this basketball game. So let me know what you think about this thing down in the comment section. Tar Heel Nation, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the daggum channel. It's a little after 2 a.m., so I'm going to go ahead and edit this bad boy, get it out to you. Make sure you come hang out with me 9:30 tomorrow night as Carolina takes on the Michigan State Spartans. and we'll see if they can finish strong, baby. So don't hit that panic button. Put everything into perspective. Everything's going to be okay, and it's still a great day to be a Tar Heel. Go Heels, baby.